Hello and welcome to maybe two different platforms 365 Creative Academy, Soloholics Anonymous on YouTube or Facebook, depending on where you are watching this. I am Shakia, the professor, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make custom QR codes. QR codes are very convenient in today's day and age because everyone has a smartphone, and depending on where you are, you can have it on a card, you can have a social media sign. It allows people to go to the camera on their phone, point it towards your QR code, and you can direct it to wherever you want it to go. Whether it is to a website, a specific product, a blog post, your social media accounts, your link tree, all of those things. You can go and someone can access it just by simply scanning it. It's almost like some of the other devices where you can just tap your phone and it can go to certain places. This is the same thing, except you have to physically open up the camera to scan the code. There are a lot of places that you can get QR codes from. Just recently found out that Canva has a version of it. You can get your QR code for like your PayPal, so you can have it where someone can scan it for your to pay you via PayPal, to pay you via Cash App. Almost all those sites have QR code options. There are also sites where you can have a QR code generator and keep track of all of them, check the analytics, and all of that kind of good jazz. I recently did a video over on 365 Creative Academy about creating a link tree. And that's what we're going to create the QR code for this video. I created that link tree and I'm going to create the code and it will link back to it. So once my client sets up their link tree and they get the pro plan, they'll get analytics from that also. So you don't necessarily have to have a pay for a separate QR code generator and to get the analytics. I've done that before. And if you don't pay it, then your QR codes just don't work. I found out about QR codes through Google Chrome last year. One of my followers told me about it, and it's a free way to get QR codes. Google, I don't think they're going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about losing your QR codes. Now I'm going to show you the way that it comes in. You can pretty much use it that way. You're going to see a little image in the middle. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that in Select Studio. You can use other programs to eliminate that little dinosaur in the middle through different apps and things like that. If you don't want to go as extensive as I'm going to take these, but I want to put a custom image in the middle. And I also want to just improve the quality of it for how I plan to use it. You don't have to do the second part that I'm going to do, but I am going to show you how to do it and how to just get your free QR code. All right. So if this is something that you are interested in, do stick around. Make sure that you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit the bell and choose all so that you're notified whenever I release new content. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. So here is the link tree that I created in an earlier video for our family barber. And what I'm going to do is come up here to the top. Now you have to do this in Google Chrome. When we were going through it last year, we didn't quite see. You can get these from you can pull it up on your phone, but it has to be through Google Chrome. If you have not downloaded and installed Google Chrome yet, you must do that in order for this to come up. So you're going to put in any website, wherever you want this to link to. If you have a Google Drive that you have stored a sound on, you want to go to SoundCloud, you have a document, pictures, anything like that, and it's a website to it, it's a web address, you can direct this QR code, and the number of QR codes is just limitless. So you're going to go right here where it has basically the share symbol, and you're going to click on that. You're going to see a drop down that says copy link, QR code, cast, save picture as, share link to, and then all these different places. You're going to go to QR code. It's going to give you the code. It's going to tell you exactly where it's going to go to, and then you're going to download it. it's going to download a JPEG image, I'm sorry, a PNG image, but it really comes up like a JPEG because it's not transparent. So as you can see right here, this is the PNG image. I'm going to take this and drag it over into Silhouette Studio. So you can drag and drop if you're not using Windows 11, or you can merge it in. I already have mine open in Silhouette Studio. So here you can go File, Open, to just open up the file by itself. If you're already working within a file, you would go File, Merge, open that up, and bring it inside. So I have created my own grid so that I can change the colors and things like that. I have a version of this where I even have the squares on the corners, they are colored. I have, let's see, we go to one for shop. So here's ours. And you can see I put a shopping bag with our icon in the middle because it's the one that goes directly to our website. So this is what I was talking about as far as the dinosaur in the middle. If you don't want to go as far as I'm about to go with customizing this, and you want to just put a custom image in it, yes, it will still read even with that customized image on the inside. You're going to take the QR code that was generated. We're going to zoom in. You're going to get a box, and you can see, maybe you can see it on your monitor. It's kind of pixelated and they're not perfect circles. Depending on how you are going to use this, you may want perfect circles. So we're going to put our box here and fill that with white, and then remove the line color. And I'm going to group those together. So right click and group. Then I can take my icon and place that there and size it up however, I need it to be. And you can see the difference in quality between those circles and the icon. So I'm going to take that and just group it, right click, group it together. So this can be placed on different items, printed out. It does have a white border around it. So depending on what you're going to use on, you may not want that. So you may need to trace it. I'm going to move this off to the side, and I'm going to show you how I customize them so I can change the colors on them if I want. Because you can put this, once you have it done, you can put it at the bottom of invoices. You can make a business card with it. The possibilities are endless. So I already have a grid that I have created, and this normally comes in. I'm going to make it kind of small. And we're going to send this to the back. So right click and send it to the back. And we're going to put this here and size it up. So I'm going to place it behind it. And I'm going to pull it until those circles line up with my grid. All right. Now for my grid, I'm going to change the color because I don't remember how it, okay. Some of them are together, some of them not, because I believe there was another code that I did, and that's actually representative of another code. So we're going to hold down shift, click on this one. Well, we're just going to select it all. And let's just make it all one color. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I forgot. Hold down shift. We're going to click on the back one. We don't want that. And I also don't want my squares. So we're just going to make all of that blue. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to make those a compound path. And then bring my image back to the front, my QR code back to the front. I'm going to put that box around this again, just so that I can mask that off. and we're going to do a trace. So I'm going to come over here to my trace tool, select trace area, place my box around this. And you may have seen my other video. And before, I used to go in and delete the code, like delete the dots individually. And then I was like, wait a minute, Shakia, you're the professor. Why are we working harder and not smarter? So you're going to see the new way. If you saw that old video, you're now going to see the new way of doing it, which is going to make it so much easier. So we have, oh, I'm sorry. Let's also cover up these. So take our box here. I'm going to duplicate it. And we're going to cover that up. Duplicate. And I did a quick duplicate using my keyboard shortcuts. Now we're going to go to select trace area. Place our box. And it's good right here. We're going to go ahead and just hit trace. I'm going to click on that trace and fill it in with color. It's just going to make the next step a little bit easier to select. So now I'm going to go to my offset and I'm going to put a really small offset on it just so that it takes away the pixelation. So I'm going to go 0.015. Now, technically, I think about it, I really would be done here, but it's not a perfect circle. It is a better representation of the dots, and it's more like, it's almost like a stop sign, but it's not a full circle. But technically, I could stop here. I'm going to fill these in with color. Well, I'm going to actually group them together first. So we're going to group them just because I want to copy, because I want to show you the difference in this. So I'm going to go Control C to copy those. I'm going to hold down Shift, click on the colored one, and weld them together so that I don't have two images. So that's very important so that we're combining them and I don't have two sets of circles. And I'm just going to make this a compound path, or you can group it. Either one works. I'm going to remove the color. First, let's send this to the back. There we go. I'm going to click on here, remove the color, hold down Shift, click on my circles, go over to modify and crop. And it's going to crop around those circles to where I'm going to have perfect circles now. There we go. So I now have perfect circles if that's the look that I was going for this. The first one wasn't bad, but I'm just a stickler for perfect circles. And then we're going to go ahead and group those together. Or you can make them a compound path. I'm going to go paste just so that you can see the difference in the original shape and the circles that are there now. So for this one, I can move it out of the way. I don't need it anymore. And you see circles, and then it's this kind of weird shape. I'm going to move this. I'm now going to remove the white squares, and I have here the regular QR code squares. I'm going to put my icon in the middle. For this particular company, it's a barber. Their colors are like red, white, and blue. If I wanted to, I could take these pieces here and make them red, white, and blue. So maybe just put blue here, or I can leave that black. I can make the dots whatever color I want, and it will still pick up. I can make this red if I wanted to, and maybe even ungroup, make this one the blue color. That will still pick up. This allows you to truly customize it. Like I said, with ours, I have our colored drop in the middle of the shopping bag. You can put any image there or any icon, any image, and it won't affect it. I've done ones for him where it has his like it has the logo and it has the Instagram. So that way he knows that that's the code that goes directly to his Instagram. I also have that. I have one that has my the YouTube logo in the middle. That lets me know this is the QR code that goes right to my YouTube. If you end up having a bunch of QR codes, you want to be able to identify what they are, just in case you don't write anything on it. Now, when you're putting this on an invoice or anything like that, if you want to put where this goes, www.thebespokebarbermobile.com, hsinc365.com, you can put that under there. But if you have like all of your pictures mixed up, you may not know which QR code goes to what until you scan it. So customizing it and putting a custom icon in the middle lets you know exactly where that one's going to go to. All right, so I'm going to just make a duplicate of this just so I can make it all black. Group it together. Now, if you want to save this to be able to print it out or use it to send it to your graphic designer, if you're not creating your own business cards or order forms, anything like that, you're going to click on it, go up to File, Save Selection, Save to Hard Drive, and I'm going to go Bespoke Barber Co. Link Tree QR code. And I can save this as a JPEG or a PNG. So we're just going to I'm going to actually do both, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to save it as a JPEG and we're going to hit OK. You're going to get a screen that's going to ask you what resolution. And this really depends on what size you designed it. Normally for QR codes, they're really small. You want them to be small so that they can fit within the frame when you go to scan it with your phone. So you don't want it to be too big. Right now, this is at like a little under 7 inches. I actually would be okay with where it is right now. So I don't have to change anything on it. We're just going to go ahead and hit save. And just to show you how that comes in, File, Merge. I'm going to go to Quick Access because it should be here. Perfect. And there we go. So there is the JPEG version of the customized QR code. And you can see there's still a very distinct difference between the original one, which is very pixelated, and the one that was created. It's a much, much, much cleaner version of it. So I personally prefer to create my own custom QR code or to redo them just so that they come out at a better quality. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, be so kind and give this video a thumbs up, share it out, and leave a comment. Let me know if you used this video to make your own QR codes and what method did you use to print them? Are you making it for a business card? Were you going to sublimate it onto a social media frame? Are you going to put it on your order forms? Let me know how you plan to use your QR codes and this video. If you have not done so already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that it is grayed out. Hit the bell, choose all so that you're notified whenever I release new content. Also, for exclusive videos and for Q&As, we now have the YouTube membership. Consider joining that for exclusive videos to learn how to use Silhouette Studio. There's also one on our sister channel, Honestly Speaking, for exclusive demos and behind the scenes, as well as some giveaways and things like that, and one monthly Zoom, like in person one where you guys can really, really go and ask me questions, because you can ask me like in real time and I can hear your voice. So consider becoming a member on either one of our channels. All right, guys, until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.